In the depths of northwestern England lie soothing valleys, cozy coastal plains, quaint little forests, and picturesque uplands. Most visitors and enthusiasts will talk about its many sights. The locals will tell you all about the bustling villages and the manufacturing and agricultural industry to be found. But one thing that doesn't change is the glory of its railways. Many retired station masters and firemen will reminisce on railway lines such as the Cecil and Carlisle, Loon Valley, or the Waverley Line. But one still stands to this day. The Oxington Railway. The town of Oxington lies next to its namesake station, which displays a glorious glass canopy and 4 platforms. It runs from Oxington to its terminus at Barrow and goes on to the rest of Britain. The line's residents were a mixed bag. There was Max, a heavily rebuilt furnace engine, one of the first engines ever brought for the line. Then there's Jalen, an elderly Caledonian 812. Jackson, a large black 5, handled most, if not all, the good strains. Delilah, a rebuilt Sterling single from the LNER, managed the express trains. A small dog tank, Alia, runs the Malderville branch line. Daniel, an experimental Southern Railway shunter, is the station pilot at Oxington. And finally, Parker, a mixed-traffic mogul who pulled a myriad of trains throughout the railway. These engines keep the line running like clockwork. While accidents and delays can occur, it never stopped them from keeping this railway running. One afternoon, the engines were discussing some rumors they overheard.
Have you heard? Heard what exactly?
The new branch line being built behind the main station.
Aye, we have a small section in Scotland, a coastal line with an iron ore mine. Who's going to run the line if there's only 7 of us?
New engines, I reckon.
I bet there'll be a tank engine.
I hope so. It's tiring running an entire station and branch line all by myself.
Don't worry, everyone. I'm sure Mr. Jefferson is working on an arrangement as we speak.
He better be, or we're gonna close down. And with the threat of diesels...
Oi, you know you won't be sent to the cutter's torch.
Mr. Jefferson will get other engines, not those diesels. Now, shut up.
Mr. Jefferson was the controller of the line. Though heartwarming and caring to all, he was stern, bright, and a bit cunning. If any controller was great with finance and creativity, it was him. Born into a rich family, he was also never short of money. He was going through some paperwork in his office when the station master knocked.
Morning, sir.
Yes, morning, Todd. How's the wife?
She's on vacation at her parents' house for the week. But how about yours?
Fine. Mine got a new job as a gardener in town. Lucky girl she is.
Let's see how that turns out, eh? So, a little birdie told me that we'll be getting a new branch line in the coming years.
Let me guess. The engines. Station master, engines are not birdies.
Yeah, well, more or less. I hear the engines talking about it in the station now and then.
Well, they're not wrong, surprisingly. There will be a new branch line. However, British Railways is taking their time sending the adequate supplies and engines. Granted, what should you expect from British Rail?
But what about what we have now?
So far, we have one heavy goods engine, one express, 3 mixed traffic, 2 tank engines. One of them runs a branch line and the other runs at the harbour. On top of that, the harbour is still being expanded. Do you really think 7 engines is enough for this?
Touché.
I've finished the schedule for all the trains coming in and out today. I'll talk more about it later.
Alright, I'll see you then, sir. Good day.
Oxington Station has a large yard with 6 tracks and a goods platform. With its large vast space, it makes the perfect size to store coaches and trucks of all shapes and lengths. This is where Jalen was being steamed up at the water tower and coal bunker. As he rested, Mr. Jefferson came up with news.
Good morning, Jalen.
Hi, morning, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, since Leah has left with her passengers for the branch, and the morning rush hour is coming in...
I say no more, sir. I'll get onto the job.
That's a good engine. I'll be off then.
I suppose this'll be somehow fun.
Come on, timer. You can still shunt, right?
Soon after, the trucks and vans were sorted out and Daniel was on his way to the harbor. At the station, Jayla went shunting coaches.
I suppose the express is next.
As he pulled 6 coaches into the station, he heard a familiar whistle.
Oh no, not her.
Well, is that a new shunter I see?
You know exactly who it is, and if anything, be grateful I shunted your dream.
And why exactly should I think a grubby, mixed traffic engine like you? You better not got a smudge of dirt on my coaches.
Your jewels have been polished to the brim, Your Highness.
Soon, Jalen stopped by a water tower and had dozed off a little when the foreman came in a hurry.
Oi, you there?
Yes, sir? What's going on?
Your engine needs to take a small goods train down the line.
And there's no one else available for the job.
Aye, sir. We'll be off.
A bit large, isn't it?
Nothing I can't handle, I'm sure. Let's get it over with and head home. Come on. Come on. Oh. We're off.
At long last, Jalen finally arrived home at the sheds. Everyone was fast asleep, but that was all right. He knew he had done a fine job today.
Hey, thanks for taking my train. I heard you did spectacular.
Aye, it was nothing.
As Jefferson closed the door to his office, he looked out into the night sky. He felt proud and assured that even without the new engines coming, he knew his engines were resilient and hard-working. Especially Jalen.